All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having yourselves a fantastic start to the AM. Expected ETA hopefully next week or so. But yeah, exciting times. A lot of we'll see how it goes, but hopefully about a week, and then I would say probably about a month until it's like running the way it should. If that makes sense. But yeah, let's get after it here a little bit this morning. Kind of figure out what we need to put together or what the market wants to show us or give us. Yesterday, right? Fantastic trading day, good little bounce back. Today, just focusing on the same, right? In the same way that yesterday, the things that we focused on were the quality, right, of our setups, the quality of our execution, right, the quality of our risk management, right, the quality of our entry timing, the quality of our like basically when we exited a position, right, not panicking, trusting our thesis, those decisions, those like 10 decisions basically that we made and focused on, those are the things that fundamentally made us profitable yesterday, right? So instead of focusing on a number, instead of focusing or worrying about the P&L, instead of sitting there, I don't know, putting all my self-worth into the outcome of a candle changing color on a computer screen, I can focus on technical details, the things that actually move the needle, and use those, right, to push profitability. In one-on-ones that I've had this week, kind of the common theme that people are kind of talking about is that they're panic closing, right? Or they're closing their winning positions too early. They let their emotions override their technical process and then basically just like self-sabotage, right, their ability to let those winning days to actually turn into something that can compound. The hardest thing I think about being a trader is flipping the mentality from going from trusting that your losers are going to become winners, right? And that your winners are going to become losers, to trusting that your losers will be losers and that your winners will be winners. And it's kind of like that opium almost that I think destroys more trading accounts than anything, because once you start to get onto that roller coaster and you start to ride that wave of emotions, you basically just get put in a situation where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? If you close a trade, well, you're always going to feel like you left money on the table, and you're going to start to punish yourself for that. On the trades where you try to overcorrect and you try to hold on forever, you end up getting stopped out. So the only thing, or the only way that you can override that and build that structure, just get off of that kind of mindset, right? To put a lot of emphasis on the technical details that make a strong trade. And just because you have a thought in the middle of a trade or in the middle of a trading day doesn't mean that that thought is true, right? Not every thought we have, not everything we believe is factually correct. And look, we've all experienced it, but the market likes to trick us, likes to play games, it likes to make us feel all sorts of weird things. So we have to fight back against that and not trust ourselves in the absence of evidence, right? A little bit of, I guess, like a harsh reality here, but for most people, they don't have any P&L backed evidence that trusting their gut or overriding their system actually makes them more money, right? They have the belief that it does, or they have the hope that it does, but fundamentally they have zero evidence that that's actually the case. And that's just it's like a mental barrier. It's a mental block. It's a limiting belief, however you want to describe it. But I think that gets in the way of most traders. Now, on the flip side, right, this week has also been incredible in the one-on-ones, because I don't think I've ever had as many people telling me that they've been getting payouts, consistent payouts, and just being thrilled with their progress. So just want to say congratulations to everybody. I really do appreciate all the hard work and dedication and effort you guys put in here every single morning. And it's tremendous to see everyone having that upside and that good continuation and seeing that progress and improvement. So really appreciate everyone's hard work, and definitely does not go unnoticed. And just want to say thank you for everyone for sharing that with us. So appreciate you guys. And yeah, let's get after it here a little bit this morning and have ourselves a heck of a trading day. We got some Fed speak here kind of throughout this session. I don't think it's going to be any more volatile than the State of the Union there yesterday. And then we've obviously got NVIDIA doing earnings. I think someone posted a great meme in the members chat today of like the Toyota, someone holding on to the handle. And that was a great start to the morning. So yeah, let's see what we got in store here, right? Yesterday, ES green candle, decreasing volume, gap up. So now it's a 2 out of 3 to the upside without volume. We're looking at a 69.40 kind of as our starting point here. So picking out that first top row. And then we're kind of looking, I don't know, maybe to that 95, I call it 7,000 area, right? I think that's probably pretty reasonable. Okay, and then to the downside, right, you'd be looking for a move basically back down towards 900. Kind of in like a, you know, a couple 100-point range. We go down to like 830. All right, sweet. Make sense? Yeah. NQ. Pretty similar, maybe a little bit stronger on NQ, right? Higher high, higher low. ES, right? Lower high, lower low. That maybe gives a little bit more strength here to NQ. If it can break out and hold, that also could be a little bit of a nice catalyst. The other element that's probably working in NQ's favor is it continues to hold above like the key psychological level, whereas ES kind of seems to be bouncing. We'll call this a 2 out of 3 to the upside. Out vol. Oh, 150 here this morning. So we push in towards 500-ish. That's kind of the area. I would think 300 is going to be the starting point. Everything else should get filled in by the indicator. Then we can go up maybe like 26. 26 is pretty aggressive. But maybe we'll save ourselves some prep tomorrow. All right, to the downside, basically get back towards 25,000, right? That's going to be the point. And then I have a ton mapped out here to the downside. And lots of space here if we can find it. Yeah, inventories data here this morning. That's at 10:30. We'll call it an inside bar. Downside here looking 65.34, so we'll call that 65 as our starting point. Again, this freaking 5% limit ends up being this restrictor here. Go down to 63, like it's not much. You gain 50 cents. complaining about something that I'm probably afraid, but fine. To the upside here, 66.50 would be your starting point. And then 67. So Susie, maybe are you trying to log in on Tradeabate directly or inside TradingView? Apple green, increasing gap down, so 2 out of 3 with. PD. Tesla, 2 out of 3 without. Microsoft green, decreasing gap up without as well. Amazon green, decreasing gap up. Typos. AMD 3 for 3 to the upside here. Right, so I mean, obviously this is going to be weighed on by Nvidia, right? I mean, that's probably the generous term here. Breaking out of its previous earnings range. Oh, I'm not sure how much stock to put into that, but it's a pretty decent sized gap up here. Looks like increasing volume. So 3 for 3 here going into earnings. I don't know if you're in an Nvidia bull, setting up pretty well. Okay, yeah, I haven't tried logging in yet. Usually the last thing I do before I check, but I'll check in a second. But 3 for 3 here to the upside, barely, but still counts. Okay. Netflix green, decreasing gap up, 2 out of 3 without volume. Okay. And then Google green, decreasing gap up, 2 out of 3. And then if I was to say the VIX is probably hanging out at here, I would think probably around 20, a little bit under 20, so 18.86. That's probably a good indication for bulls here. You know, first kind of, like if we could break down through this range, right, 1850, we can get the whole market to kind of break out, right? That kind of coincides with the similar lows that got established in this range. VIX breaks out to the downside, right? i.e. indicating volatility is leaving. Markets break out to the upside, and that's maybe how we have an opportunity to like establish kind of those trending markets again, or get a bit of a trending market. I was seeing yesterday that the NQ range, the last like 80 trading days, I think, is the tightest trading range that price action has stayed in all time. So it's like literally the most compressed long term that the market has been. And it's yeah, I don't know, just a sign, right? Like you can make money in all conditions. In literally the choppiest conditions in NQ's history, we're still able to get on base, you know, do pretty well each morning, and that's a ton of fun. So see how the market behaves today. Let's see if we can get some sort of nice follow through, right? Or what type of enthusiasm is out there. But it'd be nice to get back to trending markets, right? All these skills, all these lessons we've learned over the last couple weeks, right? They're definitely worth remembering, worth learning. All right. Sorry, I was just logging into my trading here. I didn't have any issues logging in. No issues. Well, firing an order might be a whole other whole other conversation, but we'll see. Good range. Be 70 odd points probably. Yeah. Nice little gap up. That might be the thing that slows us down the most here this morning. Well, from yesterday's close to here, it's a decent sized move at this point, right? That's, 200 points. 1%. A little bit less than. About the implied range here to the upside. For the implied volatility this morning. They'll have about 100 odd points theoretically of implied range. Kind of weird, all of a sudden it just stopped moving. We need a petition trading view to like increase their frame rate or something like that on the candle data that they give us. I swear sometimes it's not it feels like jumpy sometimes when it shouldn't be. But yeah, good size range. Or you know what, it feels jumpy when it should be like a little bit smoother. Like it's like they're skipping ticks sometimes. Maybe they're showing you second by second when you want to be seeing tick by tick, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that definitely sets us up easily to get increasing volume here on this candle. Just a question if we can get it and hold the breakout, right? We don't want to really see this fake out here to the upside. A, it's not nearly enough separation for us to play mean reversion, but it would just probably set up fake out higher, fake out lower, and just like extend the reasonable time where you'd maybe get a setup. See? Yeah, I mean, YouTube exists as well. Maybe I didn't update it, but this stream, I will say, on my website is significantly better than the one on YouTube. You will not be experiencing any latency. You shouldn't be experiencing any significant delay in the chat on YouTube. I don't monitor. Yesterday was a great trading day. Nice little green win. One and done. You got like 42 points, something like that. The YouTube link should be updated if you prefer it. But I would say this stream is significantly better on my website, and it's got zero latency. YouTube has 3 seconds at a minimum, and then whatever your internet is. My latency here at DTR is 1/1000th of a millisecond, which is about 10 times faster than blinking an eye. We have the volume, but kind of the wrong place for us to get a bearish signal. Yeah, like Patrick, look, there should be no discernible difference. Like you guys can't see my my home computer setup, but we got one screen, which is the one that you guys see, right? Which is where my mouse is moving, and that's on my left. And then I've got the one on the right, which is like where the chat is, and then I've got a couple over, which is like of a bunch of monitors. But the one where the chat is, I have a preview of my trading view. And so there are definitely times where I have caught myself trying to draw my Fib tool on the like the preview website, because it's exactly the same as my trading view. Like, it's tricked me a couple times into not realizing which one it is. There's no difference, but yeah, not a great candle. This would be something we're waiting now for the next 3 min to close, or the next 2 min. Oh, YouTube stuck on the intro. Cheers, Sam, or cheers, Logan. Couple seconds here. Again, probably not going to get increasing volume on the 2. Really, our only chance here is on the 3. We're about halfway through on the 3 mid candle. Maybe. Like, price action may be acting a little bit slow. Good first candle, and then yeah, like an immediate loss of enthusiasm. Three minutes not going to give me increasing, so back to the 2. Most likely to get a setup on this now. Kind of weird though, right? Like, it's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher low so far. So it's like bulls are, they're kind of grinding away here a little. And unlikely I get a setup here, but let's see. Like, not on this candle. Let's see. And still, like, we need that increasing volume to return kind of on like the good guys side here to a certain extent. Might be our chance. only 9:41. Feels the market's been open for a while too, so we got a little bit of time. Man, almost. We'll see. Very, very similar. Same range. So it doesn't really matter. Both close same time. Doesn't really matter. So goose. Oh man. It's looking like a bit of an upset here. That increasing now? I guess. Just to close over that blue line. Oh man. It couldn't have been less in the middle. Oh my gosh. All right. I mean, it looks much better on the three, right? The three broken held above that 250. So I'm gonna stick to here. Let's see if this thing can establish a fake out here a little bit. Definitely not moving as fast as it was yesterday. Yeah, nothing worse than that. Nothing worse than that at the open. The worst at the open actually is when you get like 120-point range or something like that, and then it just hangs out at the top of the range for 2 hours. Oof. There it is. So 242 would be our stop loss. You're looking 252 right now as your entry target. Might not get it. I'd be a little bit surprised if we get it, truth be told. So this might be now switch back to the 2-min. And we'll see if we can basically reset on this. Ten seconds. Let's see. Don't need to worry about the volume, right? Volume's already in there. We're playing the same signal as the 3-min. So all we're looking here is just to get the right risk reward and try to find an entry. If a trade is strong, it'll give us more than one chance. If it's weak, it'll try to trick us into chasing. I don't really want to chase. Yes, that would push us at 264 now. Decent little bounce there. I'll look for reference price 274-ish. We can get gentle pullback now into this range. Close, no cigar. Hey guys, I am in average price 267. Oh, perfect. That almost worked out too well. Let's see if this can get through 3. If we can get a nice breakout through 300, we should be in good shape. If not, I mean, I'm already in an amazing position here. Let's go, Joel. Nice work. Great breakout volume. Can it hold through 300 though? I'll give it one more attempt through 300. Come on. There it goes. Push, push, push. Hold the 300 now. Okay, come on, come on. 310. There it goes. Fantastic. All right. So this is starting to give me a really nice, good amount of follow through, right, team? So fantastic breakout here. Pushing almost 5K per account. Amazing. All right. I'm closing. All right, guys. I'm out. Exit price 320.25. 320.25. Let's go. Excellent trade, team. Excellent trade. Nice work, team. Yeah, 54 points ain't too shabby. Hey, Jared. It's a nice life. It's a nice life. Like, I'm not even sure if I spent a second in drawdown on that. Whew. Good exit, I think, team. Good exit. Gentle's relative, right, Eric? Right? Gentle is not an objective thing, but I'd really much replay the trade. It should be in your order history. Yeah, Rusty, what is this? What is this? Nice work, Parker. Well done. Yeah, that was a blast. This breakout wants to maybe continue for us a little bit. Nice work, Dave. Let's go. Nice. That micros? Work, team. Well done. Hey, we got some excellent follow through, right? Like in the last 2 minutes, price has not changed effectively from where we closed our trade. Pretty good decision, right? Let's go, Will. Nice work, Marco. Grant, well done. 2,500 bucks. Congratulations. Yeah, Will, that's insane. How many accounts do you have? I think Apex, they've got some perks, right? But yeah, they make it pretty hard for you to get your money out. Nice work, Hunter. What's the payout going to be? How much? Let's go, Chris. Hell yeah. Well done, Jay. Congrats. Hey, work. work, Hunter. 5K on the week, first 5K week. That feels amazing, huh? Well done, Michael. Well done. Be careful chasing trades. As long as your entry was under 273, you're in great shape. If it was worse than 273, be careful. All right, might have another opportunity here, right? Might be setting up. Kind of fading this a little bit. Let's go, Baker. Congratulations. If you did, do not place another trade here today, please. No increasing volume still, so I'm going to wait. Like for me to want to take another stab at anything here, guys, it has to be like so beyond perfect that I would feel like an idiot if I didn't take it in hindsight. Like maybe yeah, like if I knew that if I took the trade, Dua Lipa was gonna like come over, I'd feel like an idiot if I didn't do it. Pretty much everything else, I think I'd be able to talk myself out of. So we're gonna have to see what price action has in store for us because that's yeah, like I think it's hard to beat that result, right? Like from 67 to 20, yeah, 20 and some change. A pretty good trade. 33 plus 20, so 50, 53, 54 points. I don't know if I can really do much better than that. Yeah, I'll let you know, Logan. Now we're starting to get in some weird stuff again. Usually I'm trading with 5. So for me, 10 points of risk, kind of like to lock that in because I know that that gives me about $1,000 of risk per trade. A little bit of slippage here and there. Maybe I'll be a little bit more, but that's in my range. On this trade, I probably could have been even more sizing, but just kind of getting lucky with my entry timing. Like I think I fired submit at 68 and then I got filled at 67 and some change. So that means I had 3 points of risk. 3 times 20 is 60. 60 times 5, right, would be 300. So I had really, really minimal risk on this position. I probably could have gone 3x my position sizing here theoretically. But for me, it's just lock my sizing off of my reference price and then basically try to see how big of a discount I think I can get away with. I trade with 8 accounts at the moment. I think pretty soon, though, I will have to be closing all of my prop accounts, fortunately. Oh, just, I don't know, starts to become a little bit of a conflict of interest. They're all the same size. They're all not the same brand. Like I've got 3 different prop firms allocated across. Yeah, it's not even. I don't think that's a conflict of interest necessarily, but the second they see that it's a payout to me, right, and they're like, "Oh, this guy owns this company," no, like I don't know. If I found out a prop trader was a prop owner was trading my prop firm, I would deny their payout. It's just bad business, I think, or it's greasy business more than anything. Yeah, so Raboof, I do trade a personal account. I have like a family fund that I effectively manage for my dad and my sisters. So I do trade that, and I do day trade that. The trades I take there, yes, absolutely. My balance in that account is significantly larger than 6 contracts. So yeah, I get plenty of size there. But truth be told, like for me, that money is not money that like I keep in my pocket. That's kind of like my family's money. We all kind of pull from that. We all have use it to sort of build our own thing. So yeah, there's a lot of value in me just growing that as aggressively as I can for them and for everyone. Props for me, right, are then like a source of secondary income. They're basically the money that I live off of and kind of like what funds my lifestyle or stuff that I invest into my business. And then everything else I put aside for kind of like high ticket purchases. For me, trading, like I don't need to just limit myself to one opportunity. And once you figure out these prop firms, like your risk reward to trade them is so valuable because like I don't know, it maybe costs me $500 to like consistently get a 5K payout. That's amazing return on risk, right? So if I'm trading and I'm still keeping 90% of my upside, but I can remove 90% of my risk, yeah, dude, I'm going to take that money as long as I can and for however long they want to keep paying me because it's yeah, why wouldn't I? It's free money pretty much. Like I'll be very surprised if I take another trade here. Oh yeah, I mean Jerry, like just said, like we mentioned this yesterday. It's we're launching a DTR prop firm, right? Oh, for sure. Like I'm not afraid that I'm gonna blow my account, but I'm literally getting free leverage, right? So like prop firms make me maybe like on average like 150, 200K a month, right? When everything is like really firing. And it's like it cost me maybe 10 grand to get that all going. So yeah, dude, I'm gonna take that risk reward all day. Not great shape, like not good enough close. Same thing on the three. Kind of needs to hold 350. Can't hold 350. That's a bit of a concern. Volume is there on the 3 min time frame, but I don't know. Yeah, micros are a waste of time. Oh yeah, nothing too crazy, Jared. It'll be hopefully live and like everything working in the next week or so, and then hopefully everything like functioning and going as expected, and all like the A book stuff all set up for hopefully the next month. Yeah, it'll have all those things. For now, just gonna have one platform called Volumetrica. Looks very similar to TradingView very similar. And then we have basically a trading view coming, hopefully in the next couple weeks as well. And no, no worries. Yeah, I think it'll be a good option for everybody. And yeah, I mean, I'll try, Deb. The problem with Tradeovate is they just don't work with new prop firms. So that's something that, maybe in like 6 months they'll respond a little bit nicer to my email and phone calls. But when I spoke to them a few months ago, they said, yeah, be in business for 6 months, have X amount of customers, and then you can pay. Yeah, dude. I mean, if I can get 50 points a day every day, that's amazing. This new platform is no, bad candle shape, right? A weak candle. That's a candle pointing down, not up. But Dave, I would recommend not playing anything else. Like, you had a great day. Race made 2K. Take it and run, man. The risk reward of giving that up is worse. You're better off turning a green day into a green week. Take your cash and run. Right? Green days are more valuable than green trades. Good, good. No, internal, Chris, no, right? You answer your own question there. Internal, no. But we'll have it set up so like you guys won't feel like you need more accounts, right? You know what? Got TKD. Like, I would say, I've actually much more enjoyed living in the mountains in the winter than I had ever expected. I've really, really enjoyed it. But there's like I don't know, there was a weird dead period like after Canadian Thanksgiving to Christmas. And then I imagine there'll be one probably from like mid-April to Labor, no, like maybe like the May long weekend. And maybe those would be the places you get a house in somewhere nice. Oh, I mean, I love it so much. Let's go, JS. Congratulations. Take it. Take the payout. Reverse the relationship. But yeah, like the walking in the forest here, I love very dearly. I wake up and I see the lake every morning. It's pretty amazing. Don't give yourself pressure like that, Dave. It'll happen when it happens. Short term, it'll be like three, like first month or so, and then we'll get everyone up to be 10 plus. Like, I don't see any reason why we couldn't do that. I've dealt with enough bears. Trade copiers, Cecil. Trade copiers. Lots of them out there. Basically set it up when they work for when one account executes a trade, it gets executed in all of them. I'm not scared of bears. Bears don't really want to mess with you. I'd be more scared of like cougars. Cougars will wreck your day. Hey, grizzlies, you're a cougar. Oh yeah, I have a bear that comes in my back garden all the time. Yeah, see, I'd much rather a bear than a snake, Michael. Tell you that much. Ugh. Or crocodile, I don't want to deal with alligators. Anything that survived an extinction event, I don't want to mess with. Oh my gosh, that sounds miserable. My sister's living in Darwin, Michael, of all places, at the moment, and yeah, she tells me some crazy stories of the stuff she sees in ER. It's nuts. No. For the first like month or so, Deb, yeah, it'll be probably pretty crazy. Just get everything set up. But after that, no. The prop will be pretty easy to manage because it'll just be like daily tasks, right? That you can kind of do outside of hours. There'll be no like daily administrative stuff I have to focus on that would impact my trading schedule. And the stream and the coaching and all this kind of stuff is very much built into that infrastructure. So everything is going to be set up so that it is yeah, like kind of workable and all built in and all structured out. But no, like I love trading, so like I don't want to do anything that prevents me from doing this. You know, believe it or not, it's actually like probably my favorite thing I do in life. So I don't really want to stop doing that, but I want to find ways selfishly where I have upside to keep doing it more than just my trading. So, like selfishly, I think that if I get 100 of you to be a booked and consistent and profitable, and 100 of you have I don't know 150K accounts under the DTR banner, making or getting 20% of that P&L and kind of like a hedge fund structure. That's how you turn this thing into something insane. So I very much want to incentivize and align everyone to be rewarded for the same and right things. And I want to have the upside when I pull that off. So I don't see myself changing the stream. Don't see myself changing things too dramatically in that context. Hopefully, just consistently improving things like I hopefully have done every year in business. I appreciate that, Marty. But uh, yeah, you know, I read this thing yesterday. It's been stuck in my head for the last couple days. Basically, it's like if you're analyzing high performers and people who have significant like performance or like the outliers in any industry, the analogy that this person used is they basically have like a stovetop with four things going, like four fires going. One is their health and fitness, one is their like career or business, one is their family and friends, and then their other one is like ambition and drive. And what he found is that generally people who are like outlier successful, so like the Elon Musks of the world, right? They're only cooking on one stove, right? So their health and fitness is terrible. Their family relationships isn't good. All they have is like their business success. So all their energy, all their resources, right, is all going into that one funnel. And what the person basically, implied, or what their their finding was, right, is that anyone who is successful, like no one who is outlier successful has all four burning at once. They all have three or two or one or however many. And if you're, a burden on society, maybe have zero. And you kind of have to just made me realize you kind of like pick and choose where you want to allocate your resources, right? I haven't allocated my resources to family or friends or those things. I've allocated pretty much all my resources to health and fitness and to my business and career. So I'm grateful that things are going well and things are improving, and it's been a really fun journey. But it's like, this is what happens when you deliberately allocate your time to what you want, right? So if you just pick and choose which burners you want to activate effectively or which ones you want to cook on, and you're conscious about it, then I think you actually speed up your cooking process, because you then you turn off the other stoves that are using energy that you don't want to maybe commit to. And I think that speeds up the entire process. And I think to turn this into a trading analogy, right? I think too many people try to cook on all four stoves in their trading. Like they're trying to fix their strategy, their risk management, their exits, their entries all at once. And so they're just trying to manage too many things, and they never really get the success that they want. When they pool their resources and focus in on one specific thing, that thing goes faster, right? If you only focus on three things, that goes faster. If you're focusing on four, focusing on two, right, it goes faster than if you're focusing on three, right? And it goes down all the way down the line. And I don't know, maybe I need to flesh out that idea a bit more, or study up about it a bit more. Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot last maybe 48 hours. And how it very much is a deliberate choice on how you choose to allocate the resources you have. And maybe the confusing part about that is when we're growing up, you're always taught happy life is, nice job, good education, fancy car, fancy house, happy wife and kids at home. They kind of sell you into this dream a little bit, where they tell you that, hey, everything's going to be good if you just play by the rules. And they kind of force you into cooking with all four stovetops. And so you never get outlier performance in any of them. You kind of feel like you're missing everything in all of them. I feel like that's probably the hardest thing to transition away from, because most people they're not focused on two things, they're not focused on three things, they're not focused on one thing. So if all of a sudden you're not distracted, for lack of a better term, it's where that energy has to go somewhere. And if you're deliberate on how you allocate it, I think that's where you get what you want out of life. I've been doing this for 14 years, coming up on 14 years pretty soon. Yeah, relative. Not quite half my life, but getting there. And trading is so different than what I thought it was going to be when I was a dumbass at 18. So different. I never expected it to be I don't know, for it to shake my philosophical core the way that it has, to make me so interested in psychology and to study these things the way that it has. It's so different than what I expected it to be. Better, better than I expected for sure. But yeah, very strange game. Yeah, has done the therapy work. Never could. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's anything about like Rusty. I don't think it's about. I think you can have a day job and be a successful day trader. Like I don't think that those things are mutually exclusive. But I think what in your situation, right? You're honest about your allocation to it. You've been deliberate over how you plan your trading around it. And like you attack that with intention, right? It wasn't an accident. Right? So you put your energy into the right stovetop. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. I used to I used to tell myself all the time, like, oh, I'm going to be disciplined when I trade so that I can be undisciplined when I'm not trading so I can do whatever I want. Turns out the thing that I want to do when I'm a good trader is go to bed at 9 and cut out alcohol and not eat too much McDonald's and exercise and go spend out time outdoors. Who would have guessed? A good addiction. I mean, just generally by moving where I did, Rusty, there's not very many options to order food. Oh, in a while. I don't have one where I live. Yeah. Whole new personality quirk. Yeah, I mean, for me, Jared, like if I have a bad red day, I go run hills or like run stairs or do whatever. Go to. Sounds good, Rusty. We'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, guys, I don't see myself doing much else here. Had enough chicken soup for the soul, so I don't see myself placing any other trades. Sounds good, everyone. Have yourselves a great day. Congratulations on a nice green session. Well done, everybody. And yeah, we'll be back at it again here tomorrow, hopefully for another good finish on Thursday. I'll see what Nvidia has for store for us overnight. But well done here, team. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.